Welcome back to our series of conceptual analysis. What are the books about? What are the films about? What are the concepts about? So we jump into the ocean of ideas. So first of all, let's talk about tabula rasa, clean slate. What's that? First of all, a blank slate. Blank slate. What's that about? When the Europeans entered the forests of South America, they came into contact with a wonderful tribe called the Guarani from Paraguay, the south of Brazil, the north of Argentina. Very, very gentle and nice Amerindians. And it was exactly at that time that the Jesuits had been expelled from the Catholic Church for conspiracies, for wanting to control the aristocracy of Europe so that they could have the power. And the Catholic Church realized that. And so they were expelled and ended up in the four corners of the globe. But in one of their adventures in the middle of South America, close to the Amazon jungle, they found a people who had not been, according to them, contaminated by so-called civilization. It's very interesting that people call, for example, civilization anything. It means civil. You cannot call yourself a civilization if you kill people, murder people, assassinate people, rob people, steal people, destroy their environment, and take what they have. It's not a civilization. It's an invasive species. It's an invasion. Just like in the films, aliens come, invade the earth, destroy everything, and take over. And Western people think that's bad. But they never look at what they have done over the last 300, 400, 500 years, which is exactly the same. So after all the European intrigues of the barons and dukes and the Catholic Church and the Jesuits, when they arrived, they found a very nice people who had not participated in this intrigue, war, lying, robbing, stealing. They were living at peace with nature. And this was where we have the concept, the noble savage. The noble savage. That some Europeans realized that these people are not evil, like the people they were in contact with. The pirates, Europeans, a lot of evilness. So they considered these people angels on earth. They had a clean slate. There was no evilness in them. And this is very interesting because basically at the same time there was concepts of if evil is part of a human or a culture or a religion, where does evil come from? The book Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is about this. The dark side, the shadow side, the evil side. And the doctor tried to separate the two, saying that this evil person is not me, it's Mr. Hyde. He should be hidden. I'm Dr. Jekyll, but in reality, he was a Jekyll, conniving. So this concept of clean slate has to be put on the table. Is evil a part of civilization, empires, people? So let's go back to basics. People have tried to adopt bears and lions, and crocodiles, hippopotamus as pets. It hasn't turned out good. Because at a certain moment, the beast in these animals turns against the owner, who thinks that he was really nice some time ago when he was adopted. When beasts are in their infancies, they're dependent on mother's milk, they're dependent on protection. So it's like there's a clean slate. But after some time, the genetics inside you, the instincts, take over. The need for incessant food. And so that kind of niceness, gentleness, after 6 months, the puppies start losing. On the other hand, there are certain kinds of animals, like the parakeets of Southeast Asia, of the south of India, which are very, very gentle. The ringnecks, for example, the loris. These breeds of parakeets are very loving and come into the houses, and they're treated as family members. They're not vultures or eagles. So they don't attack people. They eat fruits and berries, which are plentiful. So the question is, when your food supply is endangered, when you're hungry, maybe the beast inside you is released. The Romans had mastiffs to attack the Germanic Goths and Visigoths, and they kept them hungry for days before a battle. And then they released the beasts. It was the same thing at the Colosseum. When they had Christians or slaves or women that they didn't like, they would keep hungry beasts, lions and tigers and bears, and release them so that the population could have a spectacle of innocent people getting eaten and dismembered. Okay, so we talk about the Lucifer effect, and we will come back to the next video and analyze this a bit better.